But I don't think they realized James Harden was as good as he is now, right?
That's correct. To be fair, I don't know if anyone did. We put all our assets into trade for him, but no one could anticipate he'd be the best player in the world. Like,
why did you put all your assets? Why him?
Once he had the ball in his hands, and it's still true to this day, and I get a lot of shit because someone asked me who's a better scorer, him or Michael Jordan, and it's just factual that James Harden is a better scorer than Michael Jordan.
Based on
what is up, best ones worldwide? It's the best one, DBTV here, back with a brand new basketball talk video. If you're not a best one yet and you're an NBA fan, recommend you to hit that subscribe button now, turn on the post notifications, because it helps the channel grow, and of course you already know, the grind is real. And I apologize for this video coming out a couple hours late. I had to work my regular job outside of YouTube, and as soon as I got out of work, I had to drive here. I went over the speed limit, and I had to get my ass in here right now to cover this, because the NBA trade deadline has been absolutely crazy today. Lots of trades have been going down the last couple of days, and one blockbuster trade that really is going to be changing the NBA landscape for the rest of this season happened with the Brooklyn Nets and the Philadelphia 76ers. So, according to Adrian Woj, Twitter, he tweeted, "The Brooklyn Nets are trading James Harden to the Philadelphia 76ers for Ben Simmons, Seth Curry, Andre Drummond, and 2 first-round picks." This is what I'm talking about, baby. Brooklyn has pulled the trigger, and they are going all in this season to compete for a championship. Lots of people really think that the Philadelphia 76ers won this trade because they got James Harden, who's a top 10 player in the league. They have not realized how bad James Harden has been struggling with this new NBA rule with the free throws and not getting his freaking calls from the referees that he used to get back in Houston. Lots of people really think that the Philadelphia 76ers finessed the Brooklyn Nets, but they do not understand that they have Daryl Morey. We have Sean Marks. Sean Marks is the greatest GM in the NBA history. The fact that Sean Marks, like I always say in all these freaking rants and videos, had brought this Brooklyn Nets team, our 2 best players, Thaddeus Young and freaking Brook Lopez, with no future draft picks, no salary cap. Sean Marks brought us from that all the way to this. And the fact that we were able to flip a superstar like James Harden for Ben Simmons, who is not even in his prime yet, Seth Curry, who shoots 44% from three-pointers, and Andre Drummond, who's a big boy who can grab his freaking rebounds, and 2 first-round picks. We finessed the Philadelphia 76ers. That is what I'm talking about. I am so excited as a Brooklyn Nets fan. We are making moves, baby. Moves, moves, moves. And it's a great time to be a Brooklyn Nets fan because I think that Ben Simmons is the missing piece for this team. I've been saying it in the last couple videos of mine. Ben Simmons is an elite defender. We don't need Ben Simmons shooting three-pointers. We can use Ben Simmons' playmaking abilities, rebounding, and elite defense. We have our scorers in Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant. And once that New York freaking mandate is freaking over, Kyrie's back full time. James Harden, you fucked up. You fucked up. James Harden was mad because Kevin Durant was hurt and Kyrie can only play part-time. And Harden had to carry the load. Harden had to do all the work. Boo-hoo-hoo. Cry me a river. I am glad your ass is in Philadelphia. Because I know I said it. At first, I did not blame James Harden for wanting out of Brooklyn because of Steve Nash's rotations, which I'm going to get into Steve Nash in a minute, with Kyrie being a part-time player and not wanting to live in New York. But after this morning, when the reports came out that James Harden did not want to come out publicly requesting a trade out of Brooklyn because it's a back-to-back freaking leaving teams because he would be embarrassed of it, James Harden proved to me, and I think he proved to all of us, that James Harden thought that he was going to get a fucking championship ring handed to him. And that is not how it works in the NBA. I'm sorry, we don't need a freaking stat chaser on our freaking roster. And I feel like Ben Simmons is going to rather freaking chase a ring than focus on stats. And that is what this Brooklyn Nets team needs. It sucks that we're losing a star like James Harden, but guess what? I was right all along. Brooklyn, we did it again. The Brooklyn Nets traded for Diva James Harden. We got rid of our assets for James Harden. The man who's had a freaking career handed to him on a silver platter. He's had assets. He's had it all. He's been the franchise. He's had it all, but he could never do the one thing that the Rockets wanted, and that was winning a championship. And I even gave James Harden a freaking opportunity. I opened my arms out for James Harden, despite being pissed off about James Harden getting traded for Karis LeVert, Jared Allen, and all of our freaking old freaking players. I gave him the benefit of the doubt. I enjoyed his run in Brooklyn. But after freaking shady shit he tried to pull, freaking not wanting to go to the Brooklyn Nets front office and requesting a trade, and trying to go to Philadelphia this offseason and leaving us with nothing. He is real shady. And I am glad that James Harden is out of Brooklyn and his ass is in Philadelphia. Because now the Brooklyn Nets, we are looking even better. Because guess what? At the end of the day, depth wins you rings more than superstars. And a lot of people think that right now, Philadelphia, they got the scariest duo. It's going to be the next Kobe and Shaq. No, it's not. I feel so sorry for Joel Embiid. He is a superstar, and now he's got to deal with a freaking, I think, an even worse diva in James Harden. Because Ben Simmons, I'm sorry, but Philadelphia, you fucked up with Ben Simmons. And like I said in one of my videos a few months back, I don't blame Ben Simmons for wanting out of Philadelphia. The city of Philadelphia turned their backs on him. I don't blame him for not wanting to put on a 76ers uniform and playing a freaking game this year. You all turned your backs on him. And now, the Brooklyn Nets have opened Ben Simmons with open arms. And I am even going to be opening my arms out to Ben Simmons. Because yes, I was not a fan of Ben Simmons for a little while, because of some of the stuff that happened in the Brooklyn Nets-Philadelphia series back in 2019 in the playoffs. But I have learned to forgive Ben Simmons, and I can't wait to see him prove each and every one of you NBA Ben Simmons haters wrong. So now, Ben Simmons is going to be a Brooklyn Net, baby. And James Harden, woo! Look at that wonderful jersey. You know where this jersey belongs? Right there in the fucking trash can. There it is, right there. Woohoo! Goodbye, James Harden. You really thought you were gonna get a ring fucking handed to you. But guess what? The joke's on you. Because when the Brooklyn Nets win the freaking championship this year, you could still get your ring, because you did play for us for half of the season. And you can look at that ring, look at it real nice, and say, damn, I could have stayed on this team. But instead, I wanted to focus on stats and getting to the free throw line and trying to average 40 points a game. That's not how you win rings. I am beyond excited to have friggin' Ben Simmons on this friggin' team. I am beyond excited to have Seth Curry on this team. And I'm definitely really excited to have Andre Drummond on this team. What a move for the Brooklyn Nets. Absolute steal. We pretty much, I love it. We basically fixed our problems all in one trade. That's how you know Sean Marks is the GOAT. Alright, this Brooklyn Nets team, we've been struggling with three-point shooting ever since Joe Harris has been injured and Kevin Durant's been injured. We have been one of the worst teams in three-pointers. We fixed that by bringing in Seth Curry, who is getting 44% from three-pointers his whole career. A freaking sharp shooter. Hall of Fame, baby. Then, the one big thing that I've been criticizing the Nets about for so long, rebounding. Who did we bring? Andre Drummond, who will grab us rebounds. And that is something that we really friggin' need on this team. We need a big man down there. And also bringing in Ben Simmons, who I think a lot of people turn their backs on at the wrong time because of one bad playoff game. Bad playoff series, I should say. Because this man, he was balling. All-stars. Even against the Brooklyn Nets in that playoff series, Ben Simmons was probably the biggest reason why they eliminated us in that playoffs. When he went to Brooklyn Game 3, the game I was at, and he went off. Almost got a triple-double that game. Ben Simmons, the league gave up on him too early. And the city turned their backs on him, and now the Brooklyn Nets, really, this could be either a great thing or a bad thing. And I feel like that this is going to be one of the best moves that Sean Marks has ever made in his career. And I really hope Ben Simmons bounces back, because after everything that this man's been going through, I've actually learned to respect Ben Simmons, and I really am glad to have him be repping black and white with Brooklyn. Fuck you, Philadelphia 76ers. But that should do it. I know Philadelphia fans are excited to have James Harden, and by all means, I wish James Harden nothing but the very best out in Philadelphia. And I can't wait to see Brooklyn play Philadelphia on March 10th, because it's going to be a game. But if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to smash that like button now. If you're excited as hell like I am to have Ben Simmons, Seth Curry, Andre Drummond joining Nets World, smash that like button now. If you're not a best one yet and you're an NBA fan, Brooklyn Nets Nation, hit that subscribe button now, turn on the post notifications. Links down in the description below. You can go follow me on my social medias. All that is down in the links below. And I'm also going to be making some more videos later on today covering the other trades that happened in the NBA within today, yesterday, and the day before. So definitely stay tuned for that. But to all the Brooklyn Net fans out there worldwide, to all the best ones out there worldwide, Best One Nation, Brooklyn Nets Nation, stand the fuck up, because we are taking over. Peace.